So we're busted out saying what it is that we really think, aren't we? And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 4, Episode 17 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Funny thing is, I have to say, I gotta be honest again and say what it is that I really think. This episode, we're still in the Cayman Islands. This is the end of the Cayman Islands trip. And we kind of skipped over to see Monique and what was Monique doing. And Monique and Chris were sitting out fishing, and they had their kids. And they were surprised that these children, was the little boy's 5. I think that's what they said. He's 5. I thought he was older than that. But anyway, so like he's 5, and the little girl was, she's 2 or 3. And they were surprised that they were bored with fishing. These 2 little high-strung kids that we see cutting up, tearing up this house, tearing up their parents, tearing up beating up the babysitter, which is the cousin or whatever. These kids, you're surprised that those kids are bored fishing. Listen, I understood the kids being bored fishing, and I was bored watching this program tonight. So I felt like the damn kids, because this was kind of boring to me, this one. It felt like perfect placement. I'm going to say it was perfect placement because it is Labor Day weekend, and chances are no one may be watching because there's a lot of people on vacation. There's a lot of people getting ready for cookouts. A lot of people had cookouts. You know, people didn't start. I don't know where. And this is off topic. When did that start? Like really, that people start doing their cookouts on like for Labor Day, Memorial Day, you know, anything that falls on a Monday. People have started kind of celebrating it on Sunday. When did that start? Because that wasn't always. That wasn't that way when I was a kid. That even when I was a young adult, that wasn't. I swear that's only been for like maybe the last 8 to 10 years. I started seeing people doing this a lot. And that might just be in my area. I don't know. But it seems like a lot when there's a holiday that falls on a Monday. People are celebrating it on Sunday. And I mean, it makes sense, kind of, but the holiday is actually on Monday. But I think people just, you know, they want to be able to relax on the actual off day from work, those who don't have to work on that day. So, just an observation. Let me get back onto this boring show. But I'm bam, and I'm back. Like I said, I was bored, just like the kids were. I agree with Monique's kids. For once, I was bored too. But anyway, let's talk about the few little things that did go down. So Katie's missing. Katie gone. Katie hasn't told anybody that she was leaving. Nothing. We saw her like all dressed for travel the night before. But nobody saying nothing. So okay, whatever. Bye, Katie. They went around. We went around 15 minutes of the show with that. Katie was at the airport. You know. Okay. Giselle was completely tripping over it. She didn't call. And it was, I mean, that was, I'm sure Katie did that for a little hype, you know. She didn't call. anybody or send anybody a text to say that she was going. It was a little inconsiderate, but Giselle was really running over with it, and Karen was like, "Yeah, girl, whatever. She's gone, and whatever, whatever, whatever." So I was just like laughing at that. Then this struck me funny. Ashley, girls, you're a weirdo. Anyway, the girls were going to this thing where they were going to bareback ride horses in the water. And Ashley busts out and says she doesn't believe in riding horses for pleasure and not utility. Girl, is this some type of a twist on a PETA situation? Are you trolling us, Ashley? Or is this a plan set up by Todd to come back to us with the bullshit? I couldn't follow that at all. I didn't know what that was about or why in her pea brain that made any type of sense. Because if you don't believe in, you feel like it's inhumane, basically, to be riding horses for pleasure. But it's okay to work them for utility. It's okay if you're going to make some money off of it, then that's fine. Or if it's something that you're basically something to bring some money or some purpose that you have. But just to be riding a horse, just to be riding it because you think it's pretty and cute. No. I need on Bertha on this, honey, because I swear this is a scheme set up by Todd to come back to us with the bullshit. I really do. I just was like, this is just stupid. We're just trying to make up an episode here, but okay, whatever. Again, see, this is the type of scatterbrain stuff that was going on with me while I was sitting here, bored to death with this dumb shit here. Okay, so then Giselle. Why is it that every time we sit down at a table, we got to go directly to, okay, so during the day, I didn't, because they agreed, with their friendship that it's going to be a thing of let's not keep letting things carry over and holding grudges and all of this with each other. And when something goes wrong, let's really address it. So, but every time that you sit down at a table, Giselle, it's not time to go over the events of the day. And I didn't like this, and I didn't like that, and I didn't like what you said. It just seems like you are sitting around just keeping a checklist of every itty bitty tiny minuscule thing that anybody said or did that you didn't like all day. Truly, if the group of people that you're in do things that often that you don't like, it's time to start thinking, is this really the group that I want to be with? I can't imagine that every time we're together, that something is said or done that irritates me. I can't imagine, sometimes friendships get like that. And when the friendship gets like that, baby, you need to pack your purse, put your phone in your purse, get your keys out, and roll. That's just the way, and friendships truly do get like that. Old friendships, it ain't even got to be new friendships. Sometimes old friendships just get like that to where the bitch gets on your nerves, and the little stuff that they do has just gotten so outlandish that it's time to pack up and don't fool with them no more. But Giselle, seriously, every time. It's like every time we sit down, we got to go over, and it's always negative. Always negative. Always negative. I'm like, shit, ain't you tired, Miss Giselle? Ain't you tired? I don't know, just weird. Again, an observation. And oh, wait a minute, that little scene at the table with Karen demonstrating about how she controls Ray's tongue in her mouth. I don't need any displays of how Ray and Karen get down. Ugh, period. Okay, so then the ladies they separated out and they went. Half of them went to a cave with bats in the damn cave. No, no, I'm not going underground into anything. Looking around, and the other ones went on a submarine ride. I'm not going underwater. Looking around, so I would have been the killjoy. None of those things. See, that's kind of I've been being asked for years to go on cruises and things like that. And I'm like, that just does not appeal to me at all. Cruising, one, I can't drink all that water. I can swim and everything, but I am not interested in cruising. It just does not seem appealing to me. And when it comes to cruising, most cruises go to an island. I've lost nothing on an island. Any island. I'm going in no caves. I'm not jumping off of nothing into no water. I'm not. That's just none of that stuff appeals to me. It really doesn't. And the pictures, you always see pictures and footage. It's beautiful. It really does look beautiful. But is it wrong to say that that's actually enough for me? I've always, that's always a point with me and folks. Well, why not? Why not? I'm being honest with you. Why do I need to spend money to go and do these things? I just don't. It does not appeal to me at all. It really, really doesn't. It doesn't appeal to me. Going in a damn cave with no goddamn bats. I'm not going nowhere where there are bats. Okay, bats. Anything hanging upside down, sleeping, swooping down, and being sneaky, not my idea of fun. Sorry. And caves. It's a cave for a reason. That's why it's called a cave. At some point, it could just cave in. They'll never tell the story of how it caved in on my ass because I'm not going in. It just doesn't appeal to me. I think it's great for anybody who wants to do it. I have no interest in it whatsoever. Cruising, I don't want to be on all that water. I don't want to be anywhere where I look around and I don't see land at all. I didn't come with a set of gills. I didn't come with any fins. I didn't come with any scales. Thank God I don't have any scales because some live beings do actually have scales. I didn't come with any scales. Look at this skin, darling. I didn't come with any scales. So I can't imagine being all I see is water everywhere. Not me. That's not my idea of fun. But I will go through your pictures and revel in the pictures and how beautiful it is. And I think that anybody who wants to do that, that is fantastic. But no. Stay the hell out of the caves and submarines. If you don't get your ass up out of that water, honey, ain't Submariner, honey. Now, if I see him down there, I might have to go down. Y'all remember Submariner? See, look, I'm all off. But do y'all remember Submariner? Listen, Aquaman was always boring. Always boring. Never cared for him in the cartoons. And then when they created Aquaman and Jason Momoa was Aquaman, baby, I was like one of the first ones running to the movie theater. Like, baby, I need me some popcorn and a little small fan because it's going to get really hot in here, honey. Yeah. But Submariner, remember Submariner? Submariner was fine, honey, with his pointed ears and whatnot, honey. I still, he was an exotic beauty, honey. I still, Yeah, okay. They need to go on and make a movie like that, honey, of Submariner, honey. He was more interesting. Had the little wing, those little they weren't gills, they weren't wings, they were little fins, honey, on his little ankles and things, honey. He was sharp. Anyway, I'm all off. And I'm back. Okay, come on. So, caves, bats, submarine rides, no thank you on either. Okay, so this was the thing that was the only thing that I thought was kind of interesting. A drunk mouth will always speak a sober tongue. So, just so you know, when you're dealing with me, when you're dealing with James, don't get drunk and say no fuck shit to me and think that you could get up the next day and say, oh, I was drunk, I'm so sorry. Don't blame it on the alcohol. That same ass woman will still stand even the next day and 20 days after that. A drunk mouth speaks a sober tongue. Okay? Karen bust out. Karen got all had up, baby, taking them shots. And they were so excited that Karen was, letting her guard down. And boy, that Karen opened up and unloaded on Ashley. I thought it was very unfair. She unloaded on Ashley. I understand where it came from. I understand that you were raped and all of that. But to attack Ashley the way you did about something that Michael possibly did, I did not think was fair. Michael is her husband. He is not her child. It is your option rather to be around them or not. I don't know if it was just the timing. It just the way the fact that you had to get drunk, or all had up to actually say it to her, and then you were saying it in such a way, it was an attack. It felt like an attack. And I don't even like Ashley. Y'all know that I don't like Ashley, and I don't like Karen. But it was just, it was vicious, and it was like, he wasn't vindicated. I need him to be vindicated before I can be bothered. He needs to be vindicated. Well, first of all, who are you? Who are you, bitch? Because, like Ashley said, in the court of law, he was excused, it was dismissed, and that was that. And, after that, who the fuck are you to decide, oh, no more needs to be done? No, bitch. Now it's on you to decide whether you want to be bothered with them as people. And if you don't, that's fine. But all of this, how is all this going on? And you done been around her, and y'all done been out places and all this, and then you're telling her like, it was a lot. It was a lot, and it screamed fake bitch all over because you've been all in my face, and you felt this way. When you should have just said, you know what? I don't like what went down, and I can't be around you all anymore. And that would have been it. That would have been the end of it. You know what I mean? But that whole thing screamed fake bitch to me. I was like, what is that about? Fake and judgy. I was like, oh wow. And she told contact without consent is questionable. Yes. But again, in the court, honey, the court said, okay, dismiss, honey. And she said, dismissal is not innocence. Okay, girl, fine. Fine. But again, I don't know, why are we doing this now? You've been around the both of them. What you need to do, if you really feel that strongly, whenever they're at something or they're around, you need to dismiss yourself. You don't need to engage with them at all. Not you going to engage with Ashley. Oh, I'm Team Ashley. Nope. There is no Team Ashley. Ashley is married. There is Ashley and Michael. So, I don't agree, Karen. I think you've been very phony up to this point, and you sitting around holding that type of venom. I don't even know how to accept that. I just thought it was kind of unfair. I really did. I just think it was unfair, and it's kind of like being around a bitch that that just decides when she gets drunk to let you know that she really don't like you. That's how it came across to me. I don't know. Y'all put in the comments. Tell me if you agree or don't agree, or what your take is on it. But that's how it felt to me. It felt like being around somebody and figuring out later on that they don't like you. You know, that's crazy. Anyway, moving on. So they ended up having a conversation, and Karen apologized to Ashley for the delivery after she spoke with Giselle. You know, Karen decided to apologize to her for the delivery, but not for, I call bullshit. Anyway, this is it, honey. We got next week is the season finale. Thank goodness, because this episode was kind of boring. But that little part there, that was kind of bothersome for me. I don't know. I don't know. But that's me. I'm really interested to see what you all say in the comments about that, or how some of you all kind of took that whole little situation. It's going to be interesting. We're not arguing, people. We're not arguing. Say whether or not you agree and tell me what your thoughts are. But I ain't interested in no arguing. I ain't even going to respond back. If you start arguing and acting crazy, I ain't even going to respond. So I'm just telling you now, ain't no need to waste your time typing it, because I'm not going back and forth. This is one of them toss ups. It really is. I'm really shook on the how that went down, and I'm interested to know how you felt, but I'm not interested in battling with you about it, because I'm not so stern on what it is. So I ain't interested in the battle. I'm interested in a decent conversation. I'm just telling you now. So if you waste your time, don't get mad when you get ignored, because you will get ignored. So, with that being said, I will see you lovely folks next week. I'll catch you in the comments. Later.